The research topic for this project is the study of seismic activity monitoring using wireless sensors. Mexico is a seismic zone where the Caucasus and North American plate interact between each other, creating the Middle American Trench. The collision between these two plates has had several consequences in history. The greatest of these consequences has been the 1985 earthquake, with a magnitude of 8.1 on the Richter scale. This earthquake caused an approximate of 20,000 deaths in Mexico City and surrounding zones. Also, around 250,000 people were left without a home. After this earthquake, the seismic standards for building design were upgraded and insurance companies added to their product a seismic insurance that guarantees that you get a percentage of the value of your property back if the structure collapses due to an earthquake. Regardless of these upgraded seismic standards, the 19th of September of 2017, Mexico City suffered the effects of an earthquake that had a magnitude of 7.1 on the Richter scale. This earthquake caused more than 350 deaths, the collapse of 29 buildings, and left almost 6,000 houses with a high risk of failure. Insurance companies lost more than $1 billion, according to several valuations after the seismic event. If we look at the seismic zones in the map of Mexico, we can see in Zone D the highest earthquake-prone zone related to the location of the Caucasus and North American plates. These earthquakes impact on Mexico City within distances even greater than 100 kilometers from the epicenter of the seismic activity. This happens because of the type of soil presented in Mexico City, which is mainly based on soft clays. The earthquake of 1985 had an epicenter on Zone D. Surprisingly, the one of 2017 was generated from Zone B, presenting an unusual response in Mexico City's different type of soils. The waves of the earthquake in 2017 impacted on different ways depending on the ground period of movement. This is represented in the next image. The red dots indicate the locations where serious damage and collapse occurred on structures. Mexico's government has located wireless sensors on several points all around the city to detect the movements on ground caused by an earthquake and emit an alert when accelerations go higher than recommended safety levels. These sensors record the vibrations, sending this information to the government databases, and this information is available for studying purposes upon request. With the measured data during 2017's earthquake made by these wireless sensors, we will create a comparison of effects measured in different zones of Mexico City where buildings collapsed. To do this, we first filter the raw data obtained, which counts on 50,000 observations, to eliminate vibrations generated because of traffic and environmental effects. After this, we will generate a graphic of accelerations, velocity, and displacements in the zone, just like the one presented in this slide. The previous graph will be transformed to a response spectrum, which is a plot of the response of the ground when forced into motion by the earthquake. This spectrum depends on the fundamental period of every structure or ground to give the result on maximum accelerations and displacements. The construction building codes have designed spectrums which will be analyzed and compared to the ones obtained from the seismic measurements, depending on the zone of location of the wireless sensors. The results of this project will improve safety for general population by giving recommendations on actual policies and providing free information on a measured response to seismic activity. Insurance companies will also be benefited with the analysis effects on buildings related to their period of vibration, which can be used to establish their insurance costs based on seismic zones. In conclusion, we will provide a set of comparison between actual building codes and measured vibrations from the last earthquake that resulted in more than 300 casualties on Mexico City. This information will help actual and future habitants government and insurance companies.